and welcome to another episode of Spotlight on Stage, where we shine a light on theatre across Greater Manchester. I'm Michelle Eagleton, the Arts and Culture Correspondent at I Love Manchester, and if you love theatre as much as I do, you are in the right place. This is where I am every Monday, bringing you the latest theatre news, interviews with stars from the stage, and telling you what's on this week at theatres across our fair city. And talking of what is on this week, we are starting this episode with a great interview with a fantastic actor. He is coming to Lowry with the rest of the cast from The Boys from the Blackstuff, and that is happening tomorrow at Lowry. You might remember the Alan Bleasdale classic. This has been adapted by James Graham. He's called George Caple, and he's playing the wonderful character of Chrissy. So, to find out a bit more, I had a bit of a natter with him.
I first saw the TV series when I was 18, and I kind of was starting to get into like film and TV and acting and things. My dad literally sat me down and was like, "This is part of your education. Like, you need to watch it." And even then, I was absolutely blown away by it. Kind of like first proper like working class northern gritty drama that I'd ever seen. So then years later, to be a part of the stage adaptation of it is it's a proper dream come true. And like I said, an honor. It's a real honor to be a part of it.
And it's great that your dad introduced you to it because, there may be people out there who it is their first time seeing it on stage and they won't know kind of the massive effect that it did have at the time. What would you say to them? What can they expect? What does it entail?
So I think the main thing that I'd say is that it's just brilliant writing. First of all, you've got Alan Bleasdale's amazing writing. Then you've got James Graham's on top. And I guess for somebody who doesn't know the series or is coming to see it for the first time, the brilliant thing about the writing is that you'll be laughing one second and then suddenly you'll be crying your eyes out. Like it's full of kind of curveballs and ups and downs and comedy and real drama.
And there's a lot of great characters in there, and they're falling on hard times. Unemployment is at the height, really, isn't it? So you're seeing kind of how they react to that. But how does Chrissy, your character, fit in to Boys from the Blackstuff?
Yeah, so Chrissy's free man. He kind of goes through the whole play being told that he's too nice, and he needs to be stronger, basically. And I think there's some truth in it. Like, he's just a really lovely bloke, but because of the time period that he finds himself in, sadly, like, being nice kind of isn't good enough. And his kind of journey through the play is learning how to stand up for what he believes in and stand up for his community. And I think kind of if you were to follow him from when the play finishes, in my head, he becomes a real kind of beacon and a real center point for the community, and is willing to fight those really difficult battles in order just so that people can live, just so that people can have a roof over their head and food on the table and things like that. So yes, that's kind of how Chrissy fits in.
And I think there's powerful characters around like that today. For me, I feel like it really resonates in this time. I know that there are, some jobs out there, but we are going through a financial crisis right now, aren't we, with the world? And I think, now probably resonates even more with what was done by Alan Bleasdale in the 80s.
Yeah. So I actually had a chat with Alan Bleasdale about this, and obviously I wasn't around then in the 80s. I was born in the 90s, so I can't speak from personal experience. But I said to Alan, how does now, the time that we're in now, particularly when we had a Conservative government, how does this compare to back then? And he actually said that it's worse now because then there were no jobs and now you need two, which I thought was a really poignant way of putting it. Yeah.
So I do think audiences, when they come to see that, will get that, and I think it will hit hard. Also, audiences around the country, you're on tour with this. You've been to the Liverpool Empire last month. I mean, God, that must have been some reaction, right, with that home crowd.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah. I think it only really hit me on the kind of the final Saturday in Liverpool, just how much it means to the people of Liverpool. Like I knew how much it means to the people of Liverpool, but that final Saturday, just the cheer that we got, and I think both me and Jay Johnson, who plays Yosza Hughes, we just kind of
Mm.
felt this wave come over us, and we were both really, really emotional after it, actually, and just kind of like overwhelmed by the support, and again, just feeling lucky to have an opportunity to put this play on with these brilliant characters in our hometown, in our city. Yeah, it's an absolute honor.
I know because there's a little bit of the accent going on there. You weren't born in Liverpool, but you grew up in Liverpool, George.
Yeah, yeah. So I was born in Portsmouth, and I lived there till I was 8. And the funny thing is I've got an older sister and a younger brother, and they both got thick Scouse accents. But for me, for some reason, it just never quite stuck in the same way. So obviously in the play, I kind of, I scouse it up. But it's been, yeah, I've lived in Liverpool since I was 8, and I can't imagine living anywhere else. Like, it's home, and I think it always will be home for me. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And your dad, I know you mentioned him introducing this series to you. He's
Mm.
also an actor, and you've been in a theatre where he's performed recently. And what must that be like for both of you? You know, having those moments, right?
Yeah, yeah. It kind of, so it never gets old for me. I think pretty much every job that I do, there's always at least one person who goes, "Oh yeah," sorry, excuse me. They go, "Oh yeah, I know your dad, or I work with your dad." And I think the funny thing is my little brother is also an actor who's recently graduated from drama school, and so he's kind of got it double fold twice over, because he'll get either, "Oh yeah, I worked with your dad," or, "Oh yeah, I worked with your brother." So it's just kind of getting passed down generation to generation.
Oh, I love it. And you know what? Not only that, playing iconic Liverpool characters, because this is iconic as we know. You've also played Macca in Doctor Who. I mean, come on, which Liverpool kind of icon are you going to play next, George?
I don't know. Maybe I've got a Cilla Black in me somewhere or something like that.
I would pay good money to see that. I really, really would.
So would I. No, yeah, it was obviously, it was an honor to play Macca. And again, going back to my little brother, he actually played Ringo in Scylla the musical, the tour of Scylla the musical. So we're going to see if together we can't cover the Fab Four,
I
all of
know
us.
it's just a shame you're not in that movie that's coming out, the Beatles movie. They should have been knocking on both of your doors. Totally wrong casting there, wrong casting. Now
Right.
we are very excited about you coming to Salford because we are again another northern place where this is going to be performed. How do you feel about performing on the Lowry stage?
Yeah, so my second stage job out of drama school was actually at the Lowry. And I only have great memories. I was there for about 3 weeks, but it was just a brilliant place, full of character, really beautiful as well. And I can't wait to get back there, to be honest. And I think as well, I know that this story will really resonate with the people of Salford and the people of Manchester. So yeah, so we're excited to be back in another northern powerhouse.
Well, if you want to catch George and the rest of the cast in action in Boys from the Black Stuff, all you need to do is head to our website, ilovemanchester.com/theatre. That'll give you loads of information on the show and you can book those all important tickets. Like I said, it opens at Lowry tomorrow and it runs until Saturday, the 26th of April. Now, let's take a look. What else is on at theatres across Greater Manchester this week? Mary Poppins is still wowing audiences over at the Palace Theatre in Manchester. Yes, Cameron Mackintosh and Disney's spectacular production of the classic musical is on its UK tour and it is here with us until the 17th of May. Expect dazzling choreography, incredible effects, and some unforgettable songs that we know and love. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, not the easiest things to say. Feed the Birds, Jolly Holiday, Step in Time, just a few of those. As I say, it is still running until the middle of May and a great family favourite. Now, from classics to brand new musicals over at the Opera House, A Knight's Tale, the musical has opened. It's getting its world premiere here in Manchester before it heads to the West End. It is based on the iconic film starring Heath Ledger back in 2001. It's a brand new comedy musical and it's got it all: heroes, villains, chivalry, and a lot of jousting as well, and a cracking soundtrack that's packed with chart-topping hits from Queen, Destiny's Child, Bonnie Tyler, David Bowie, and many more. I went to see this in rehearsals. I can confirm it is fantastic. And if you want to catch my interview with the actors from that musical, then just head back onto our theatre Facebook page and you can find them. It's running at the Opera House until Saturday, the 10th of May. Now, if drama is more your bag, laced with lots of comedy, then the Octagon is the place to be. The 39 Steps is playing there. Of course, it's from the novel by John Buchan and the movie by Alfred Hitchcock, and it's brilliantly bonkers. It's a hilarious adaptation of the iconic thriller, which follows a dashing Richard Hannay as he embarks on an adventure filled with daring antics, romantic encounters, and ghastly murders. And get this, there's just 4 talented actors playing over 150 characters. It's definitely going to have you laughing and gasping and cheering for more if you go and see this one. And it is on at the Octagon until the 10th of May. Well, if you fancy supporting the talent of the future, head down to Home Manchester this week, because from Thursday until Saturday, you've got National Theatre Connections. And this is a festival where young people are coming together to actually perform some new work. Kicking off the first day, you've got Middleton Technology School's version of Saba's Swim. And then day 2 is Oldham College's version of No Regrets and M6 Company's version of Ravers. And day 3 sees Stockport Garrick's version of Normalised and Home Young Company's version of Ravers as well. This is a brilliant time to support new talent, actors of the future, and also get some great entertainment. And of course, talking of great entertainment, they have it in the bucket loads at the Royal Exchange with the Mike Leigh classic Abigail's Party. I went to see this the other week and it is just brilliant. It is transferred to Manchester rather than Essex in this version, and it really, really works. It is a tragicomic masterpiece and it is set in the 70s, all about social class, ambition, and that hostess with the mostess, Beverly Moss, who is played by the wonderful Kim Marsh. The cast is fantastic and you won't want to miss it. It's been extended at the Exchange until the 24th of May. Some great shows on this week. If you want to see any of them, then all you need to do is head to our website. We've got more information there. We've got reviews and you can book your tickets as well. It's ilovemanchester.com/theatre. That's it from me for this week. A big thanks to my guest, George Caple in Boys from the Blackstuff. I'll be back with more guests next week, more theatre news, and of course a What's On guide to what is on stage this week in our fair city. So spread the word, tell people about Spotlight on Stage. I'm here every Monday